Legend was born. Michael Jordan's ever-growing legacy blossomed at the University of North Carolina in Chapel Hill. From there, the NBA beckoned, and the league's most dynamic talent has made a new home in Chicago. Tonight, he leads the Bulls back to his home state, the Charlotte Coliseum, where a raucous sellout crowd hopes to relive last season's buzzer-beating Hornet victory. Welcoming you to another night of NBA basketball on TNT. We're at the sold-out Charlotte Coliseum, where the Charlotte Hornets, a team really struggling this year, will go against a very good team, the Chicago Bulls, but they've been struggling lately too. Each team has lost their last 3 games, and here in Charlotte, folks really fired up. Not only do they see their beloved Hornets, but Michael Jordan has come home to play for the Bulls.
Well, it's always a nice situation to have Michael Jordan returning to North Carolina, a place where he's revered, certainly. And I thought that last year when he played his first game here that perhaps it would have been everybody rooting for Michael Jordan, but that wasn't the case. They gave him a very nice reception, but they wanted the Hornets to win. Believe me, the fans here in Charlotte are definitely Hornet fans.
Meanwhile, the Charlotte team has really struggled, and the fans a little bit impatient. They're not an expansion team anymore. They suffered a bit last year. They expect better this year. They haven't had it. A lot of rumors floating around, too.
Well, yes, there are. In fact, we can credit Greg Sager with what you might say stirring up a bit of a hornet's nest here in Charlotte by reports that Dick Carter might be gone by tonight's ball game. Well, he's still here. General Manager Carl Scheer and owner George Shinn have been very, very good as far as giving support to Dick Carter. They say he will definitely be around. So we will see Dick Carter on the bench tonight. And I think that it really would be unfair to not give a coach at least 3 years to try and do something with an expansion ball club.
And guys, the next time you start those rumors, start it the day after we're in town, okay? Not the day before. We'll be back right after this.
The crowd is so intensified. I mean, during the announcement, it makes you feel like you used to play here and they're cheering for you. But once the game gets started, you might hear a few boos. But, you know, they're very loyal fans, and I think that's probably why I'm so nervous to come back and play here.
That's Michael Jordan. Rick Barry, the Charlotte team, 7-10 at home. They're 0-14 on the road. After tonight, they head west for 5 games, so they sort of need a win, but so do the Bulls.
Well, the Bulls have struggled. They've lost 3 games in a row on the road for themselves, that losing streak, and they need to just play some better defense. That's what Phil Jackson said, that he was not pleased with the team's effort on the defensive end of the court, and you know as well as anyone, Skip, that if you don't play good defense in this league, it's tough to win. That's why the Hornets struggle. They're not a very good defensive team.
But as exciting a game as we saw all year during the regular season was here last year when these teams got together and Kurt Rambis made a last-second basket to give the victory to Charlotte. That was in late December. Let's go get the starting lineups. Here's the PA announcer, John Edwards.
Stand by for the starting lineups. And the starting lineup tonight for the Chicago Bulls at 1 forward, 6'10" out of Clemson, number 54, Horace Grant. At the other forward, 6'8" out of Central Arkansas, number 33, Scottie Pippen. At the center position, 7'1" out of San Francisco, number 24, Bill Cartwright. At one guard, 6'2" out of Notre Dame, number 5, John Paxson. And the other guard, 6'6" out of North Carolina, number 23, Michael Jordan. The head coach of the Chicago Bulls is Phil Jackson, the assistants John Bach, Jim Clemens, and Tex Winter, and the trainers Mark Five. And now, will you stand and greet your Charlotte Hornets? Starting at 1 forward, 6'6" out of Notre Dame, number 7, Kelly Trakuka. And the other forward, 6'9" out of UNLV, number 45, Armand Gillia. At the center position, 6'9" out of North Carolina, number 34, J.R. Reed.
Jack Madden will toss it. As the game begins, Armand Gilliam will jump it against Bill Cartwright. And John Paxson has the ball as Chicago wins the draw. Here's the man, Jordan, played by Rex Chapman. Paxson against Del Curry. Cartwright works inside. Out to Scottie Pippen. Back inside. Easy jump shot. 5-footer Cartwright. Well, and that's been the problem all year for Charlotte, right?
Yeah, they just don't have people to do a lot of stopping inside. And Chicago wants to go at J.R.E. being a rookie in the league and try to establish an inside game.
Chapman up top. Kelly Tripucka back in the starting lineup. Gilliam wheels. He is 2-2.
Now, Armand, very effective inside player. Conversely, Charlotte would like to establish something inside with their two big people.
Paxson finds Jordan against Chapman. Cartwright works inside again. Has it knocked loose. Foul Reed, 2 shots.
Well, obviously, the strategy being implemented here as they go to Cartwright 2 times. He scores 1, is able to draw the foul here. Of course, for tonight's game, the keys for the Chicago team to be able to win this game would be rebounding. They're not the best rebounding team in the world, nor are the Charlotte Hornets. They've got to establish an inside game. They're already trying to do that. And they must control the tempo of the ball game. They want to try and dictate when, Phil Jackson's saying, when Muggsy Bogues comes in the ball game. They don't want Muggsy to be able to come in when Dick Carter would like him. They'd like to try and force the issue and make him bring him in at different times, and they feel they can take advantage of that opportunity. Skip, one other thing we might look for is that Phil has said that on this road trip that it's been teams going at Michael offensively, trying to make him work very hard on the defensive end of the court, hoping to tire him out.
Pressure by the Bulls, handled well by the Hornets, and Curry to the front court. 4-2 Bulls. We've played a minute here in Charlotte. Curry right down Peachtree. Backs it up and in. Tie game. Cartwright, terrible pass. Chapman could not intercept. It goes out of bounds, and the ball will go to the Hornets. 4-4 our score. 10:51 left first quarter. Armand Gilliam will inbound it on the end line. It's deflected away, but it winds up with Kelly Tripucka. Rex Chapman over Jordan for 3, and he got it. So the Hornets off to a good start. They lead 7-4. Cartwright. Jordan thought about it. Back to Cartwright. They pound it in there again. He draws yet another foul. 2-shot opportunity.
Well, we talked about the keys for Chicago in tonight's game if the Charlotte Hornets hope to win. What they must do is also try to control their defensive boards, not allow second opportunities for Chicago. They must have good shot selection. They're notorious for taking some bad shots, especially Rex Chapman. And they've got to be able to deliver the ball to the open spot and hit the people at the right time with the ball, something that they're not very effective at times.
Another key for both teams is scoring more points than their opponent. Generally, if
that
you do
usually helps. That usually helps.
We never put that in our keys, but it's rather important.
And that's where defense comes in, just a little bit.
Hornets by 2. Tripucka eludes 2 men, gets the hoop. The hesitation saved him a couple of blocks, and he got an easy layup. Charlotte scored every time down the floor. Grant, Pippen, they swing it. There it is again. Cartwright in the hole. In a lot of traffic, throws it away. The ball goes to Charlotte. Hornets lost in New Jersey last night. They haven't won on the road all year. They're 0-14. 7-10 here. Pippen gambled on a steal, didn't get it. Great pass. Gilliam the layup. Chicago hasn't stopped them yet. Charlotte 5 out of 5. They lead 11-5.
Well, Michael's been content not to look to the offensive line. Let's see if that changes.
It does. But he finds Paxson. He misses the jump shot over the backboard. Charlotte has it again. Chicago hasn't had a stop yet in this game.
There you see Kelly Tripucka doing a good job of drawing the defender and kicking it off as they found the open Armand Gilliam. That's good basketball.
Meanwhile, back live, Chapman front court to Curry. Tripucka, 2-point shot. There's 6 out of 6. 13-5. Jordan, stolen away by Chapman. Tripucka with him, behind the back. No foul. They finally miss one, but they still have the ball. J.R. Reed. Chapman on the baseline. Yep. Timeout, Chicago. Listen to this crowd. The Hornets are really buzzing. They lead it by 10. We'll be back.
We talked about defense being the key to winning basketball games. Here's some good defense by the Hornets. Rex Chapman goes over a screen here, does a good job of coming back in to take the bounce pass away on the pass from Jordan. Now he's down with a big behind-the-back pass to Tripucka, who should have shot it with the left hand. Misses. J.R. Reed's there for the rebound, and they'll move the ball quickly around to Chapman, who made this move to score. It's amazing, isn't it, Skip, when you play some good defense, how you manage to score more points that way.
Couple of negative stats on these teams. Chicago's bench has been outscored by 12.5 points per game, and the Hornets have been out-rebounded in 19 straight games. Those are two problems they would both really like to address. Scottie Pippen inbounds. That's deflected away and out of bounds.
And good hands by Skip Carey. Nice job, Skip.
Thank you.
Haven't lost it all yet.
But close. 2 more production meetings and I'm history. Jordan gets his first points of the day. 15-7 with 8:35 left in the quarter. That ends a 13-1 run. Curry up the right wing. Down low, Reed. It won't go, no whistle. But they still control it. Tripucka, but he threw it to Paxson. Here comes Jordan. Here comes action. Paxson comes up hurting. He banged his right shoulder to the deck. We'll see if that bothers him as the game goes on. It's 15-9. Curry deflected away by Paxson. Didn't bother him there. Outlet Jordan. He's 1 on 3. He pulls up, shoots the jumper, and hits it. Boy,
watch out.
That's confident.
Yeah, but watch out because he's knocked in 3 for 3 here, and he can have a big night here if he decides to turn it on offensively. But you saw an example the last 2 times of bad passing by the Hornets.
Tripucka, there's a good pass. Gilliam, the easy layup. 17-11. Has he touched the ball before tonight? Doesn't seem like it. They go low to Cartwright again. He misses. Rebound Curry. Gilliam in the lane. Stolen away by Scottie Pippen. On a drive, Jordan to the hole. Yep.
Well, he had nothing for a while. He's got 8 very quick ones, however.
And just like that, it's a 4-point game, 17-13. We still have 7 minutes left in the first quarter. Chapman on the left wing. Curry up top. Left it short, forced it a bit. Cartwright rebounds. Here's Pippen. Pippen on a drive, splits him. He shoots the easy layup. Timeout by Dick Harder. He doesn't like the way his team has played the last 2 minutes. And the Bulls, good team that they are, bounced right back into the game. They're down by 2. We shall return. Michael Jordan working some magic. Rick?
Well, this is where he finished off that little play. Puts a little mustard on that one for the home folks here in Charlotte. Michael turning things on here very quickly, but it's been some good defense by the Bulls that have helped get them back into this basketball game. Here we're going to see a ball knocked loose, and this is the one where Michael did get the dunk. Kelly tried to save it, made the wrong choice. Ball goes over to Paxson. He quickly gets it over to Jordan, and there's that dunk again from the high angle. And I'll tell you, if Michael decides that he wants to go ahead and do something tonight offensively, Skip, he can go for 50. There's no question about it. This team is not good defensively. You've seen that. They came out and executed perfectly, got that big lead, but then they changed their mode of play probably quicker than the wind can change direction. They went from playing outstanding basketball to making a lot of mistakes, and that's one of the things that an inexperienced team will do. They just don't have the kind of people that can handle some real tough defensive pressure. That's why Muggsy might be in as a result of that pretty quickly.
Chicago 6 of 8 from the field. Charlotte 8 out of 12. Both teams red hot early. Stuart Gray is in the game. They play the pivot. Chapman fires in and out. Gray the rebound, fumbles it away and out of bounds, and the ball will go to Chicago. Ed Neely is checked into their lineup. And Paxson brings it up the floor. Chicago can tie the game. We have 6:25 left first quarter. Jordan fakes. Hangs in the air, leaves it for Cartwright. Open jump shot will not go. Neely a foul. Over the back. Neely picks up his first Chicago team foul. We have 6:12 left in the first quarter. Gray with the inbounds pass. Curry with a 9. Kapuka, nope. Rebound Gray and a whistle prior to his shot. Gray has made his presence felt.
Well, he's a hard worker, Skip. He's the kind of guy that really works to get position on the offensive boards. He tries to screen his man off down the other one. Plays good, sound, fundamental basketball. He's limited with skills, but he works very hard at the game.
He's out of UCLA, a 5-year man. Chapman fades away on the dribble. Chapuka. Down low, Gilliam, short jump. He got it. Kelly Chapuka, good pass.
He's been doing a nice job with his passing this evening. He's made at least 3 very good passes for easy hoops for his teammates.
19-15 is the score. 5:38 left in the quarter. Jordan loses Chapman. A whistle as he misses, and what have we got?
Illegal defense on the opposite side.
Dick Harder upset
We'll
about
watch
that.
Kelly as he makes the penetration, draws the defender, and see, he waited until he got Arman's man to make a move towards him, and then he hit the open man. And that's the way you play this game. Make it very simple.
Jordan on the wing. Jordan firing. Boy, he's hitting nothing but the bottom of the net.
You hear the music they're playing in the background when he touches the ball?
Jaws.
Waiting for the attack.
19-17 Hornets. Curry in control. Chapuka against Pippen. Heads to the hole. Pippen checked it. Curry off-balance jump shot. Nowhere near. Rebound Neely out with Pippen. Here comes Chicago with a chance to tie the game. Chance to take the lead. Not this time. Cartwright can't control the rebound. Curry does. Ahead of the pack, Chapman. Good job by Jordan. He really bothered him on that shot. Caused him his concentration. Paxson from Jordan. Michael gets it back. Goes baseline. Finds Cartwright. Paxson near the foul line. That's a layup for him, and the game is tied. 19-19.
We saw Michael take that three-pointer. He's shooting over 40%. In fact, he qualified and has announced he's going to be in our three-point long-distance shootout on All-Star Saturday.
Gilliam posts up against Neely. Chapman, 4-3, got none. Gray keeps it alive, comes down with a rebound, lays it in.
There's the hard work again by Gray.
Charlotte by 2 with 4 minutes left in our first quarter. Kickball, new 24. Muggsy Bogues into the game from Charlotte as
Let's watch
Rick
Gray as he
suggested.
works. There's that long rebound. Gray in the right position. Again, nice spin move that time to go to the basket using the left hand as he had Cartwright out of position, but very hard worker. Now we're going to see Will Perdue, who has been, I have to say, a bit of a disappointment.
And it comes to Jordan. What a move. What a move. What a terrible shot. But a nice move. Tripping the rebound.
Yeah, he got it caught in those big hands, had it down low, and had to kind of flip it up there and didn't have the best of control on it.
That will not make the Sports Illustrated highlight tape on Michael Jordan. Bogues up top. Chapuka left it short. Rebound, Neely. Here comes Michael.
Kelly's really been struggling with his outside shooting.
Jordan drew the foul, missed. It was not pinned against the glass, so no goal time. 2 shots, Jordan. One thing that has hurt Charlotte this year, Michael Holton has been out with disc surgery. They hope to have him back by the end of the month. He was a starter much of the year in the backcourt for them a year ago.
Yeah, and he also does a good job of delivering the ball, playing some good defense. He has some size, and that forces them, Dick Carter, to have to play Muggsy Bogues a lot more than he'd really like to, because Muggsy is really a kind of a Spud Webb type of player. Bring him in off the bench, create some havoc, but he's not a guy that should be playing 35 minutes, but he's had to play a lot of minutes with Holton being out. He's expected back, though, in a few weeks.
Dave Hoppen is out with shoulder surgery for the Hornets as well. Jordan puts him away. It's 23-21. Chicago, after that disastrous start, has snuck into the lead here with 3:18 left in our quarter. Trapuka near the foul line. Bogues fakes, fires, in and out. They really cooled off, haven't they? Neely ahead.
Well, they played the first few minutes on adrenaline and emotion.
B.J. Armstrong is into the game. Pippen lost it out of bounds. He's had a problem getting on track. Now Craig Hodges is into the game. Jordan gets a rest.
Yeah,
So a new back line for Chicago.
Yeah, Hodges killed them in the game up in Chicago. He drilled a bunch of three-pointers.
An 11-point win that was for Chicago. Chapman against Hodges. Gilliam against Neely. Shoots his jumper and drills it. Tie game. 2:48 left in the quarter. Good game to this point. Pippen on the move. J.R. Reed about to get back into the scheme of things. B.J. Armstrong against Bogues. 10 on the shot clock. Neely thought about it, didn't do it. Pippen's gonna hit the side of the backboard. Here comes Muggsy. Bogues front court. Gilliam. Nice pass, Bogues.
That play was made by Gray, who did a great job coming over to help and make that a difficult shot.
Purdue against Gray. Blocked away and out of bounds. Here comes Reed. There goes Gray. He gave him a lift. Dick Harder gives him a slap on the back. 1:59 left in the quarter. Neely. Pippen. Yes, sir. Scottie Pippen.
J.R. Reed was not up on his man. His man set a screen. That gave Pippen an opportunity to have an uncontested shot. J.R. should have been up on his man.
Gilliam, by the way, 6 out of 6 in this game. Chapman. Big battle for the rebound. Reed comes away with it. His elbow inadvertently got Neely, and we almost had some extracurricular activity.
Bill Jackson saying, hey, he's flailing his arms out there. Call a foul on him. So Johnny Bach over there, assistant, trying to say, let's watch the action as Reed worked hard to get the inside position. And who's got it? Who's got it? Here he comes up high. Now he comes back down. Watch the elbow. Boom, there. And he caught him with the hand, actually, in the head as he swung it free. Didn't catch him with the elbow.
So now both coaches are unhappy. Jackson with the call, Harder with the fact that it was not called a shooting foul. 25 all as I score. Chapman. Trapuka. Reed fades, fires, and delivers. Scottie Pippen up the court. It's 27-25 Hornets. Kane came into the game and missed the jumper. Here comes Bogues. 1 minute left. Bogues, high arcing jumper won't go. Rebound lost by Neely. Knocked out of his hands by King.
And Skip, the Hornets are doing what you must do when a great player like Jordan goes out of the game. You have got to capitalize and outscore that ball club when you've got the great players sitting down and resting.
58 seconds left as they inbound. Bogues slows the tempo of the game. Trapuka stolen away by Pippen. Nicely done. Scottie Pippen on the move. Pulls up. Finds Armstrong. Spots up and drills it. 2-point basket. Tie game at 27. Halftime, Indiana leads the Knicks 48-47. Another NBA action. Craig will have all of it for you at halftime. J.R. Reed banks it up no good. King the rebound. Scottie Pippen with the outlet pass.
Well, J.R. was a little out of control on that move. He really never came back and got himself set and was drifting.
You see the time remaining, and they have all of that to the Bulls as they try to claim the lead at the end of one. Armstrong got it over Gilliam. Made a heck of a shot. Less than a second left. That won't count even if it's good, and it isn't. And we've played a quarter, and it's been a good one. Chicago has come from behind to stake themselves to a 2-point lead at the end of the first quarter. We'll be back. Our location is Charlotte, but Chicago has the lead 29-27 after one. Mr. Berry, any thoughts as to what we've seen so far?
Well, yes, I think that Charlotte has played a very good first quarter for them. They started out on fire and then came back to reality a little bit. But if they can continue to execute offensively reasonably decently like they did to start the ball game, I think that they're going to have a chance to make this an interesting ball game. The crowd certainly is a big factor here.
Pippen knocks that ball away and out of bounds. Robert Reed has checked into the game, the veteran swingman for Charlotte, and he'll inbound on the sideline.
First, you know the crowd gets you to do here as a player. The crowd really helps to get you to play hard because you want to play hard for fans who are this enthusiastic.
Between the organ and the fans, boy, it is a din. But that's okay. That's what this game's all about. Chapman for 3, got none, and Pippen the rebound. Boy, he has turned into some player, Scottie Pippen. Grant pops it home. Charlotte 6 of their last 19 after their red-hot start.
Yeah, and Chapman hasn't been able to make some shots. He really is not very good at making wise decisions with the shots, and he better learn that quickly. He's got a lot of playing time, and that's something that you should learn in a short period of time.
Michael about to come back to work for the Bulls. Reed.
That's another bad shot.
Boy, they really flattened out. 30% in their last 20 shots. King. Good pass from Armstrong. The thing about this Chicago team, if these kids, the Kings and Armstrongs, develop as you would expect, second half of the season, they're going to be an even better club.
I agree with you wholeheartedly. They have fine potential on this club.
Reed against Pippen. Reaching foul. Down low, it'll be on King.
Yeah, and the Hornets really let things get away here. They were playing them pretty good. Michael was getting a lot of rest, and the Bulls were able to keep a 6-point lead, so that doesn't bode well for the Hornets.
Muggsy Bogues up top. Good look low. Layup blocked away by Grant. He did a heck of a job. Kenny Gaddison out of Old Dominion has checked into the game for Charlotte and had that shot rejected.
That's excellent defense and a great pass and good timing on the part of Pippen to be able to knock that one away.
23 seconds on the shot clock. The Bulls have built a 6-point lead. Gaddison will inbound from corner court. If he can, and he does, to J.R. Reed. Up top it comes to Bogues. Off to Chapman, baseline, hangs in the air, shot it over the basket. He missed that about as badly as you can miss one in this league. King down under, too far under, winds up on the deck, banged off the basket support, but he's all right. Bogues heads the other way. Good pass, Gaddison lays it up and in. Jordan back in the game and with the ball, 33-29, 9:50 left. Jordan comes in firing and missing. Gaddison the rebound. Here comes Bogues. Bingo. 2-point game again, 33-31. Chicago had built their biggest lead of 6. Armstrong, Hodges. King with a left hand, won't go for it. Charlotte can tie the game. Bogues on the move, says goodbye to Hodges, lays it in. He's a Spud Webb with muscles is what he is. Timeout, Chicago. Phil Jackson not too happy with what he's seeing. We're tied at 33.
Action. It's fantastic.
Well, the Hornets have tied this ball game thanks to that little fellow with the basketball, Muggsy Bogues. Here he makes a nice little move inside to make the penetration on the part of Gaddison pay off, as Gaddison might have gotten away with traveling. Now this time he sees an opening, little quick stutter move to the left, throws the defender. Hodges was able to blow by him with his quickness on the right to lay it in, brought the crowd back in the game, and they've tied it. Maybe they need Michael in the game because they've played better since he's come back in.
A long way to go. 9:18 left in the first half. We are tied at 33. Barry and Carey with you. From the Charlotte Coliseum, Craig Silver, our producer. Tom Smith, our director from Charlotte. We hope you enjoy the action. Hodges up top. Finds Grant. Back to Hodges. Back to Grant.
That's illegal defense on Gaddison, who was coming over to try and help when Michael tried to post up, and he was so far away from his man that I don't think he could have found him with binoculars.
That's their second, and a technical foul will be the result, and Jordan will shoot it.
I can't believe that he's actually arguing that, because it was unquestionable that he was playing illegal defense.
Jordan makes the free throw, and that gives Chicago the lead with 9:02 left in the half. Craig Sager standing by in our Atlanta studios with all the other NBA news of the night. Jordan now with 13. That's his first point of the quarter. Michael goes to the hole, drew the foul, scored it.
And I see there is no help there defensively. You should not be able to waltz into the basket when you start 20 feet from the basket out on the side. You're going to see Michael start out here. Now here's the screen, and then Gaddison didn't go out. He went back. That allowed the opening, and then not coming over quick enough to help on the other side was Curry, but Gaddison was the man who should have stepped out. You saw that very clearly on that excellent replay, how he took a look and then went back to his man. Hey, Michael Jordan's a lot more of a threat than your guy floating away from the ball.
16 for Jordan. Curry back in the game, the team with Bogues. Bogues has really given him a spark. He zips across the line to Curry. Robert Reed all alone. Boy, they can't make a jump shot after their red-hot start. Jordan heads the other way. They get it low in a hurry. Grant wheels, deals. P.J. Armstrong, the good pass to set up the basket.
And that really kills Charlotte, too, because they're a very poor outside shooting team. If you can't hit those easy opportunity shots, you're going to have a long night.
Curry, bingo.
Curry probably their best outside shooter on a consistent basis.
39-35 is the score. Boy, that Jaws theme will run you nutty by the end of the night, won't it? 7 on the shot clock. Cartwright tried to slam it, got nothing. Gaddison the rebound, ahead to Bogues. Again, they can move to within 2. Reed down the lane, foul Jordan to make sure Robert Reed is all right. San Antonio winning big at halftime over Boston. And you'll see that San Antonio team against the Knicks next Wednesday night. Bob Neal, Doug Collins will have it for you from down around the Alamo.
Very, very improved ball club. Everybody expected it, but it's even better than people, I think, had anticipated. And a lot of the credit goes to Larry Brown and certainly David Robinson as Pippen comes back in the game. David Robinson is, I think, doing much better than I had thought that he would do. He's working very hard in this offensive game, and he's certainly a big factor on the defensive end. And that's a team to watch out for. They've got the veterans and a nice blend of veterans and youth.
Speaking of improved teams, the Los Angeles Clippers with Danny Manning back are really doing it on their current road trip. They play in Chicago tomorrow night. They're a much better ball club. He walks. They have tried so hard to get the ball to Cartwright, it's almost like it's thrown him off because he has not responded.
Well, watch Gaddison. He just has excellent position, stays right in front of the man, and then Cartwright changed his pivot foot, was called for the traveling, but good defense by Kenny.
Again, the Hornets can tie it up. Reed does so. He beat Pippen, and all of a sudden they're making the jump shots again. Tie game at 39. Grant, left-handed hook, air ball. Bogues the rebound. Great pass, surprised Reed, zips out of bounds, goes back to Chicago. Armin Gilliam back into the game. Gaddison goes up. We're tied at 39 with 7:03 left.
See, Armin, look at that hairdo. Looks like he was standing in a real strong breeze going from his left to his right and kind of blew his hair onto the right side of his head.
Yes, it does.
Got some interesting dudes nowadays, don't we?
Jordan. But Rick, unlike some of us, most of these guys didn't need a seamstress to get their hair.
Oh, yeah, that's probably true.
Muggsy Bogues, front court, 41-39, Chicago. Robert Reed on the right wing. Down low for Gilliam, foul Grant.
That's right. I've never shaved any of mine off. I'd be afraid it wouldn't come back. Look at Michael, just very quickly, makes a good spin move and goes right up for the shot. When he does that, there's not much you can do as a defender, as John Paxson that re-enters the game for Chicago.
Bogues dribbles the perimeter against him. 6:20 left. Can Cartwright save it? Yes. Ahead it comes to Scottie Pippen.
Those are the type of plays that just kill Charlotte. I mean, they tend to beat themselves with plays like that.
Cartwright into the lane, keeps working, but gets no reward. Rebound, J.R. Reed. Bogues up the floor. Fumbled it away, goes out of bounds, and will belong to Chicago. Stuart Gray is about to check back into the game. Monday, January 22nd on TNT, Charlton Heston plays the Renegade Long John Silver in the exclusive premiere of Treasure Island beginning at 8 o'clock Eastern Time. Paxson up top. Grant. 41-39 with 5:40 left till halftime. Reed, not this time. Cartwright the rebound. That's what pass Paxson.
That's just a bad shot. That's not Roberts' distance. He's not a good shooter from there, and they don't need to take those kind of shots in these situations.
Chapman about to check back into the game along with Stuart Gray. Next time play is halted. 5:10 left in the half. Down low, Gilliam deflects it away. Here comes Curry. Gilliam. Boy, he has been some pickup for these guys. Bulls by 2, 43-41.
I look for Michael to start turning on a little bit here. He's been a little bit reticent to look to do a lot offensively since he's come back in the ball game. Well, he was breathing real hard when he went out in that first quarter. He might be a little tired.
Cartwright with a hook shot in the leg. Bill now has 7 points. 45-41. Chicago leads. 4.5 minutes till halftime.
Charlotte's really not working to go at Michael on the defensive end, though this time they did go to his man.
Curry misses that. Well, when they miss by a bunch.
Yeah, well, they rushed themselves, Skip. You know, there's no reason to rush. He was wide open. Here's the last time down the court as Cartwright tried to back in, and nice move by Harmon Gilliam as he stepped away, and Cartwright hit the deck, and down the other end, the nice pass by Curry, and the nice reverse on the part of Armand Gilliam.
Gilliam 7 of 7 from the field. But the Bulls lead by 4, and Paxson gets to the front court against Bogues, who knocks it away and out of bounds. He'll drive you crazy because he's one of those little scat backs that really can motor around out there.
Just watch the way he goes after and pursues. You talk about in football, you know, pursuit. There's pursuit for you. Muggsy Bogues working hard on the defensive end.
Bogues 5'3", 140. Grant from Jordan.
See what happened there is everybody got to watching Michael, and they forgot their men. That enabled Grant to be able to slide right in there uncontested.
47-41 with 3:55 left, first half. Curry, nice shot. Again, Chicago gets to within 6, and each time they do, Charlotte answers them. 3:35 till halftime. What a move. And he got the shot.
They wanted offensive interference that time. I mean, yes, because one of the Chicago players looked like he went up into the net with his hand.
But they got no satisfaction. Bogues with play instructions. 49-43, 3:15. Jordan with 20 already. But that's no big surprise, is it? Gilliam on the move. Drew the foul, shoots 2. Here's Jordan. Let's look.
Yeah, and Skip again. It doesn't look like he's really made a big effort. Here he goes left. Gray with a good defense, but Michael just made a quick spin move and froze him out there. There was the play right there. As you saw, Grant went up. Looked like he did touch the net and the rim on that play, and that's what the Charlotte bench was yelling about.
Gilliam makes the free throw. 49-44, 3:09 till halftime. Craig Sager standing by with the other NBA news of the night.
I wonder what rumor he'll start tonight. We're not going to let him live that one down, are we?
He didn't start it. Our immediate superior, I understand, started it. Scottie Pippen up top. Paxson with it. Bogues with a steal. Tripucka. Did he walk? No. No foul. Gilliam finally misses one, but gets another chance, and he'll get a three-point play.
Boy, I tell you, you got to love Muggsy Bogues, the way that he hustles. He turns this crowd on. Muggsy just works real hard here as he knocks the ball away from Michael. Now look at him hustle to track it down. Is able to still keep his composure and his balance and presence of mind to hit the lead man. Now, there's one half a step. There's one step. Let's see what happens. Well, might have been a travel, but he got away with it. They closed it to 2 with Armin at the free throw line.
The varsity, Michael Jordan. Now back to Skip and Rick.
Chicago by 2. You see the time remaining in the first half. An old friend of ours, great baseball pitcher, just missed the Hall of Fame this time, but he'll get there. Gaylord Perry, now the head baseball coach at Limestone College in nearby Gaffney, South Carolina. There's Gaylord looking on.
I think he'll get there. I mean, that's a tough process, baseball. Congratulations to Palmer and to Morgan for getting in there, but I mean, there's so many guys that have such great credentials and probably one of the more difficult halls to make it into.
Well, they won 314 games. If that doesn't qualify them, I don't know. But they've done some weird things in the past, too. 238
That may be a large understatement.
Grant from Jordan, who's giving himself up here lately on the offensive end and dishing it off.
I mean, he hasn't really looked to be that offensive minded. He's got 20 points.
Yeah, he just sort of cruises along. Bogues has played very big for this Charlotte team. Kickball is going to be the call.
See, this is why Michael, I think, is such a great basketball player. He draws so much traffic. He's not going to get a good post up. There's the double. He gets the double, and what does he do? He finds the open man. And you have to do that if you're going to be considered a great basketball player. You must be able to create plays like that.
Bogues up top. Rex Chapman. That one goes. That's going to be goaltending, yes. Interfered in the cylinder is the call. It's 51-49.
Now, that was a good shot by Chapman. He had a good look at the basket, came off the screen, was squared away. Just didn't drop for him, but he got a break, as we'll see the ball bounce around. Now, watch, you see up through the net, right there. Boom, through the net, touching the ball while it was still up in the cylinder. Good call.
Chapman now 3 of 9 from the field. Pippen down low to Jordan. Hangs in the air, banks it up and in.
See, he could do that all night long if he decided he wanted to do that.
Muggsy Bogues crosses the line. 1:40 left in our first half. Tripucka, he can't find the magic. Jordan intercepted by Bogues. Intercepted by Grant. Jordan winds up with it anyway. Paxson, he hasn't shot the ball much. Pippen from the deep corner, but Grant is there. Jordan. Ball, can he pass it? Pippen gets the slam with the left hand.
Well, whoever's guarding Scottie Pippen, and I believe it's Kelly Tripucka, better find him because he's having a field day out here right now, and you got to keep your eye on him, especially when Michael has the ball.
Chapman on a weave, handles it up top. We near the 1-minute mark in our first half. Illegal defense, Chicago, their first of the night.
Here you see Michael with the ball. Pippen just slides back underneath. You see he was lost. Kelly was out on the top. They had a little switch problem there, and the wide open Pippen found by Michael Jordan.
Ed Neely checks into the game. Grant goes out. J.R. Reed is in. Stuart Gray departs. At the conclusion of tonight's game, Rick Barry will be selecting the Miller Lite Player of the Game.
Well, it's 1990, and some things never change.
You can handle it. Bogues dribbles up top. You pick him, and I'll criticize your pick. That's the way it works. Tripucka into the lane. Oh, boy. But he got it back. Double pump, lays it in.
I'm watching Kelly shoot the ball tonight. I've noticed he's been yanking his hand back. He hasn't been following through in a nice, smooth motion.
Pippen goes to the hole, drew the foul, scored the basket. Tripucka is called for.
Well, Kelly not known for his defense. I thought that time played some pretty good defense. He has an excellent position, and that was just an outstanding play on the part of Scottie Pippen, who's warmed up here.
Excuse me, I wonder if that happens to you. If you have the reputation of not being a good defensive player and you get the borderline call, they assume you're not going to make the play.
I have to agree with you.
That's
human nature to think of that.
Exactly.
Plus, the guy who has the rep as the good defensive player gets away with doing a lot more than
the
someone
same thing, perhaps. Chicago now has their biggest lead of the night, 7 points, but not for long. It's now 5. 26 seconds left. And Chicago will play for the final shot. They can run it down to about 2 seconds. I'll give you the time on the shot clock when it becomes, if it becomes appropriate. They now have 10, 5, 4, 3, 2, 1.
That's
2.5 seconds.
Using the clock quite well.
To the last second. Chapman for 3. He was close, but he missed. So the Bulls walk off with their biggest lead. They enjoy a 7-point advantage as we go to halftime.
Making it great inside the NBA. Brought to you by Pizza Hut.
Welcome to Inside the NBA. Given the choice, I don't think there's a coach in America, nor elsewhere for that matter, who would not put Michael Jordan on their team. He's won the last 3 NBA scoring titles, has his team battling for first place, has an NCAA championship ring from college, and on top of that, he sells out arenas from Atlanta to Seattle. But in high school, the star did not always shine as brightly.
Bounce pass comes into Jordan. Here's Michael at the foul line. A shot on Elo. Good! The Bulls win! They win!
I beat Michael Jordan out in 10th grade for the varsity. I made it, and he got cut. Yes, I'm the coach who cut Michael as a sophomore.
And I told him to go into math, but that's where the money was.
Even though he didn't become a mathematician, Michael's basketball numbers have brought about plenty of fame and fortune. But the road to success has not been as easy as it might appear at first blush. In fact, portraits of this NBA artist as a young man hardly revealed him to be the basketball player most likely to succeed.
So my friend and I, Leroy Smith, who was about 6'7" at the time, and I was maybe 5'9½", we said we were going to try out for the varsity team just to see what happened. And because of Leroy's height, I got the short end of the stick, I felt, and he made the varsity, and I got cut.
I was big, okay? And when you're 6'8", you play basketball because you're tall. That way it wasn't because I was talented, I was just 6'8". You know, 6'8", everybody said, hey, you got to play basketball for us. And when I look at it, you know, he should have played varsity because he was a talent in the 10th grade.
Today, of course, Michael is one of the most recognizable athletes in the world. But on those rare occasions when Jordan manages to go incognito, he likes to pay special tribute to the player who beat him out.
So when I'm out meeting people, if someone comes up and asks me, what is your name? I say Leroy Smith, because at that time, I was nobody. I got cut. People knew him before they knew me. So I'd use him as my alias, I guess. Especially when people don't know me or can't recognize me, and they're not sure who I am. And I say Leroy Smith, man, they think about it, and you really look like Michael Jordan. And then I tell them for real.
Fred Lynch made a mistake a dozen years ago, but today he is famous for it. The only one to ever cut Michael Jordan from a team. Well, Michael Jordan has 24 points. His Bulls are on top by 7. Let's go back to the Charlotte Coliseum. Skip Carey and Rick Barry and a sold-out crowd. Gentlemen.
Okay, Craig, thank you very much. With us here at the game tonight, we have Harry Carey's grandson and Chip Carey's brother, Josh Carey, who's watching the game. Great ball game so far, Rick Barry, and Charlotte's still in it, but Mr. Jordan has been tough, 10 out of 13 from the field.
Yeah, he really has been, and I think that Charlotte's done an outstanding job of keeping themselves in the ball game. And one of the reasons they've been able to do it is that they've been able to get some scoring inside. You need to do that. They had 26-22 for Chicago, over Chicago for inside scoring. And Chicago, however, got a lot of those 22 points in the second period with plays like this, where Scottie Pippen will come into the right of the screen, gets wide open, Jordan hits him as they had a mix-up defensively. But what's really killed the Hornets in this game has been their outside shooting, something that's plagued them all year long. Tripucka, Chapman, and Robert Reed, 8 of 24 only from the outside, cutting him back down to a 48 percentage from the field. Michael Jordan has helped Chicago shoot 65% from the field on 10 of 13 shooting with 24 points, and he's done it with plays like this, where he makes a nice move inside against Chapman, freezes him to the inside, spins back to the outside, drops it in. He hasn't really looked to be a big force offensively. Had he done that, he'd liable to have 35 or 40. He's been content to pass the ball and just kind of coast around. Shows you what a great player he is. 24 points off of 13 shots is fantastic.
Well, it's fantastic should be his middle name. Meanwhile, one bit of good news for Charlotte. One of the reasons they're still in this game, they had been out-rebounded in 19 consecutive games. Tonight they have a 20-14 rebounding advantage at halftime.
And one big thing there is that, and big thing we talked about earlier, they had to try to control their defensive boards. They've done that. Only 1 offensive rebound for Chicago. Charlotte's got 9 offensive boards and 10 second chance points to only 4 for Chicago. But obviously Chicago they got fouled on one. That's how they got the 4 points.
So we go back to play here. Del Curry brings it up the court. 60-53, our halftime score. Bulls have the lead. Anybody's game. Rex Chapman. J.R. Reed. Double team. Has it knocked loose. Gets it back. Curry threw it right to Pippen. Paxson goes to the hole. Drew the foul. Shoots 2.
See, that's what just kills Dick Carter. I mean, how can it be a coach's fault that they're executing and his point guard throws the ball right into the hands of the defender? I mean, it was just a horrible pass.
They really don't have a point guard. They've got 2 shooting guards, one of them having to play the point.
Right now, Muggsy is the guy, but Muggsy really is not a guy who should be a starter, and he can't play all those minutes, and that's why they're really waiting for Holton to come back. They need some help there in that spot.
Paxson misses the free throw, and that's news. He's an excellent free throw shooter. Came in at 80%. Biggest lead is 8, 61-53, but a long way to go.
Yeah, but they can't give up 60 points again on the defensive end and expect to win this game.
Chicago goes to a trap. They just do get it over in time, and a foul on Jordan gambling on the steal.
Now, one of the reasons you can't do that is this team only average less than 100 points a game, so it's pretty tough to win when you're giving up 60 a half.
What was your first clue, Sherlock? Reed off to Tripucka. Back to Reed. Knocked loose by Paxson. On the deck. Jordan gets out of there with it. Yet another turnover. Jordan. And just like that, it's a 10-point game, and that's the biggest margin of the night. 11 minutes remaining in the third quarter. There's the story. Rick Barry, Skip Carey with you from the Charlotte Coliseum, which is jam-packed. Tripucka goes between the legs, but to no effort gets a jump shot out of it. Left it way short. Grant fumbles the rebound away. Gilliam with it. J.R. Reed. Rebounded his own missed shot. No travel is called. He hands it off to Tripucka. It wasn't pretty, but it kept them in possession of the ball. Tripucka 10 on the shot clock. Boy, Grant got all of that. 5 on the shot clock. Chapman knows it and made the hoop. Nice shot.
I like to see Rex do more of that. He's got great athletic ability, and he should try and go to the basket a little bit more instead of being content to take those long bounds.
Knocked away. Grant battles for it, tries to save it, does to Paxson. Grant gets it back. Paxson gets it back for 2. Got none. Scottie Pippen the rebound. And the crowd getting a little restless here in Charlotte. They've been restless this year. Jordan, he didn't get set at all for that shot. Paxson tries to stop Chapman. He prevented the basket. 2-shot foul.
Talking about Rex Chapman, the type of moves he should make. Here's the play again as Grant makes the block on Tripucka. And coming right back is Chapman. There he makes the nice move, the penetration, uses his good jumping ability, nice body control, able to bounce it in off the glass, and just threw up a brick at the free throw line there.
I know that curdles your blood, doesn't it, when a guy...
Yeah, let's not even talk about bad free throw shooting.
He missed them both. Has anybody asked you yet for help?
My oldest son, he's shooting them that way.
Grant. Still makes no sense to me.
And my oldest, that's actually his number 3 son. He's junior senior in high school.
65-55 the score. 9:15 left. Tripucka. Reed turns and delivers. Nine minutes left. 65-57, third quarter. Reed gets it to Del Curry. Curry across the line. Chapman kicks right back out to Armin Gilliam. So Charlotte continues good work off the glass. Ten on the shot clock. Tripucka has it knocked loose, gets it back. 6 on the shot clock. Curry. Reed missed with the left hand. Foul Cartwright. And Charlotte really working on the offensive glass, and had they not been doing that, they might be down by about 15.
Well, JR just tried to throw that left hand out there. Obviously, he can use a little more work, but then there you saw the hammer on the part of Cartwright as Reed went back after that missed shot.
Standing around, nothing happening at all. Chapman for 3, got him this time. Rex Chapman from outside. He now has 12 points. And the lead has been cut in half. Charlotte down by 5. Michael for 2. Slows things down a little bit.
That was a great move to just get Chapman stuck behind the screen. He saw Chapman taking the shortcut and made him pay for it.
Michael makes it look so easy so much of the time. And I guess for him it is. Chapman banged another one in. That's for 2.
Yeah, but I don't care. Skip that one in, but that was not a good shot. He rushed that shot, and fortunately for the Hornets, it went in.
67-62. Cartwright fumbles, gets it back. He's had a tough night of it. J.R. Reed, the rebound. Del Curry with it now. Curry finds Chapman. He's hot. 3 in a row. 2 of them 3-pointers.
See, that one I don't mind. His feet were set. It was off of a break opportunity. That's a much better chance.
2-point game as Chapman comes to life. Pippen has it knocked away and a foul. He'll go to the line for 2. Timeout is called, and the Hornets are right back in it. 6:53 left in the third. 6:53 left in the third. The Bulls lead. Once 10 is now 2. A lot of time remaining. San Antonio leading Boston, and you'll see that fine Spurs team in action at home on Wednesday night. David Robinson and company against the New York Knicks. Bob Neal, Doug Collins will have it for you at 8 o'clock Eastern Time. Right here on Turner Network Television.
One of the reasons the Hornets are back in this game, having cut into that 10-point deficit, 8 points by Chapman. Here you see off of a break, set, squared. That's a good opportunity. He didn't force the shot. He took it in the context of the offense. He's made 3 shots in a row, 2 3-pointers and a 2-pointer. And now all of a sudden we've got a still 2-point game.
Pippen has one more opportunity. And it's a 3-point game. And Jordan is playing Chapman. Is red hot. He's made 3 straight hoops. Jordan, outstanding defensive player. Chapman tried to backdoor him. Reed with a hook. Nice shot. J.R. Reed playing very big here in the third quarter. He now has 6 points. 2 of his hoops here. He's got a lot of rebounds in this period as well. 6:28 left in the third. Cartwright back to Paxson for 2. Got him. John Paxson has been quiet tonight, but he gets a hoop there. He now has 5 points. Second basket of the evening. Curry heads up the floor against Paxson. Paxson screams for an offensive foul. Gets no help. We have reached the midway point in the third quarter. 6 minutes left in the period. Cartwright fouled Reed, trying to overplay him. That happened with 4 seconds left on the shot clock.
Well, here's JR just making a nice little move, plants his feet, does a little jump hook, is able to score right over Bill Cartwright. If he can perfect that move and do that on a consistent basis, it'd be great.
For Chapman, but he couldn't drill it home. .45 left in the third. 70-67 Chicago. Paxson, not this time, but Grant the rebound from Chapman. He misses. J.R. Reed, another board. Del Curry fumbles, gets it back. A three-pointer would tie it. A normal basket gets the Hornets to within 1. Chapman, not this time. He winds up on the deck.
And see how he rushed that shot.
Paxson, good pass. Pippen and a foul. John Paxson set him up beautifully.
And it was the result of a poor shot on the other end of the court. I mean, those are the type of things that Rex has got to learn. Sure, you made a couple of shots, you think things are going good, but you don't take one of the top defenders in the league and take a shot like that. Here's the result of that bad shot. He draws the defender, Tripucka, dishes it off. The foul by Armand Gilliam as Pippen laid it in, but missed another free throw.
And J.R. Reed, another rebound. 72-67.
You got to remember, though, Rex is, I mean, he's still a youngster as far as his game is concerned. He's still being in college.
4:55 left. Curry got a three-pointer. The Hornets are heating up. And Curry with a steal. And he lost the ball out of bounds. I really don't know what happened to him there.
Well, he got a little cute with the ball, you know, behind the back and tried to do something too clever with it and dribble it off the foot.
Looked like that mid-court line just jumped up and got him.
Too bad because he made a real good defensive play to steal.
After making the three-pointer at the other end. 72-70 is our score. Chicago with the lead.
But then Michael,
74.
he's stroking it so nicely now. When he gets set, I mean, he's almost automatic tonight, but he really hasn't looked to shoot the ball that much.
He has 30 points. Tripucka, boy, he is struggling. Paxson has Pippen with it. Takes it himself with the left hand, won't go, and who'll they give it to?
Probably Michael.
Michael was there, Pippen was there. I think Michael jammed it over Scottie Pippen. 76-70. They did give it to Jordan. He has 32. Boy, the turnovers killing Charlotte here. They'd be right in this game.
Well, they've made 3 bad plays in a row. 2 bad shot selections resulted in baskets, and now a bad pass because he didn't get the angle.
Jordan under the hoop finds a wide open Bill Cartwright. He puts it down.
Now, you tell me, how can you blame Dick Carter for those last 3 plays that those players made out there?
You can't, but when has life ever been fair? Especially for coaches and managers. Charlotte calls timeout.
He takes a 20-second timeout here, which is a good play to make right now. And I think that's good to try and regroup the guys and tell them. I mean, you just have to play a little bit more intelligent basketball, especially when you're going up against a good team, and this team's struggling. Let's take a look at tonight's Wendy's NBA scoreboard while we have a break here.
Probably some juicy scores coming up, Rick.
I would bet so. Well, San Antonio trying to go in there. Boston closing the gap after trailing big up there in Boston. They haven't won up there forever, San Antonio. Cleveland over Philadelphia by 8 in the 4th. New York trailing Indiana in the 4th in Indianapolis. And look at this. Detroit, Minnesota tied 62 all in the 3rd.
Phil Johnson exhorts his troops right here in Charlotte. There's the story. And the Hornets inbound. 3:25 left. They double team Bogues. Foul is called on Paxson, I think. Pippen was there too. It's Paxson. Only his second.
Well, again, some guys, they would never be able to tie Muggsy up if he put the ball down by the floor because they can't bend over that far. There you see they had the ball. Now he gets rid of it. I don't know where Paxton grabbed onto him.
Hey, are you playing in the Legends game?
Both Doug Collins and myself are teammates.
Are you going to try to put in more than 8 or 9 seconds like you did?
I'm going to try to be smart and not lose my mind and play tough defense, or at least attempt to do it, especially against Bobby Jones with those bony knees of his.
78-71, our score, 3:20 left.
I'm going to see if I can get Doug to pass to me at least once.
My guess would be that's going to be a difficult task. Jordan over Chapman.
I mean, this is probably the most quiet 30-some-odd points that I've seen in a long time.
He just keeps motoring along. He's got 34. Tripucka tries to force his way in, throws the ball out of bounds. They've been on Kelly here, and they're getting on him again. Timeout is called. We'll be back. That graphic is called a locator in television parlance. That means that's where we are, and the score is 80-71 Chicago. They'll have the ball and a chance to take their biggest lead of the night.
Well, notice that the Chicago youngster had more reason to be jumping a little bit more. Here's Michael coming off a screen. Chapman allows him to get that position inside. Plays pretty decent defense. Michael just gave him a little move to the outside, came back to the inside, froze his man, and he just makes it look so easy.
Grant up top. There's that man again. Not this time. Cartwright rebounds, and there's their biggest lead, 11 points, 82-71.
And Cartwright got away with a push that time. Had his hands in the back of Reed, I believe, and just gave him a push to get that rebound.
Rex Chapman with the ball against Jordan up top. Tripucka. Gilliam posts up and buys it. Boy, he's had a fine night. 20 for Gilliam. First of points of this quarter. 82-73. We're approaching the 2-minute mark. Grant. Cartwright. Boy, he missed an easy shot there. Not Grant, but Cartwright. Bogues heads the other way. 2:05 left. Chapman from Bogues.
Smart play by Rex to make the cut to the basket. An excellent dish on the part of Muggsy.
So the 11-point Chicago lead is down to 7 with 1:51 left in the quarter. Jordan drew the foul. I think he was going to pass that ball when he got hit. He heard the whistle, changed it, and shot it to get the 2 shot.
Here's Muggsy on that play before. Makes the move. Chapman makes a good cut backdoor, and the excellent choice of passes on the part of Muggsy Bogues. Very intelligent play there, making that bounce pass, which is a difficult pass to defend against. And I agree with you, Skip, on Michael's move. He was looking to pass to the corner, to the open man, but when he heard the whistle, he wisely fired it up to the hole, and now misses the first free throw.
But that is a great, great play. Not many people could react that quickly. King checks back into the game. Cartwright goes up. Michael makes one of the two. 83-75. 1:50 left in the third. Varian Carey from Charlotte. Tripucka pulls up and jumps. He just can't buy one. And he's leaving most of them just a little short.
He's trying to aim the ball now instead of shooting it. He's lost his confidence.
Michael with the left hand. And a foul. He is something. Jordan with a nice relaxing 37 for you.
Well, that's just what it's been. Watch this move. He sees the opening. Boom. Explode. Blow past everybody. Draw the foul. And still with the great body control to be able to lay it in. But you could see the defense was non-existent that time on the part of Charlotte, as you could have driven a truck down the middle of the lane that time.
38 for Michael. Again, an 11-point lead, matching their biggest of the night. Chapman up the floor. He's greeted by Michael. Bogues handles the ball with 1:22 in the third period. Chapman fumbles, but gets it back. Gilliam. Wheels. Deal. He leaves it short. Grant the rebound. P.J. Armstrong ahead to Jordan. Look at that. Bogues with a rebound of that. 1 minute left. Chapman got it. 86-77. Scottie Pippen up the floor. Pippen, King, the layup from Pippen. Again, an 11-point lead, matching their biggest stand. Charlotte brings it up. They're still in the game, however.
Yeah, despite all the mental errors that they've made in the poor shot selections, they still have a shot at this game.
Bogues missed. Next rebound, Bogues gets it. B.J. Armstrong will pick him up. They'll play for the final shot. Robert Reed about to check into the game, but that probably won't happen until the fourth quarter.
Now, they've got a shutout, Skip. I don't think they're going to be able to do it because it can require some outstanding defense, and I think Michael can take over if he wants to.
Chapman threw up a prayer and got absolutely no answer. Scottie Pippen from about 40, a little long, and the quarter is over. At the end of 3, Chicago enjoys an 11-point lead. Michael is having a magical night. Well, the controversy swirls here at the press table. That is Hugo the Hornet, the lovable mascot of the Charlotte team. But to some of us, Hugo looks like a female Hornet. So why would he be, or it be named Hugo? Rick, you're the analyst? Good, Rick.
I'm not touching that one with a 10-foot pole.
Thanks for your input there, Rick. Ed Neely handles the ball for Chicago. Pippen to the hole. Boy, he can accelerate. Biggest lead of the night is 13 with 11:44 left. And the big mob is silent. 16 points, 6 rebounds, 9 assists, 3 steals for Pippen.
Stuart Gray got hurt on that play. I believe he got a knee up in the thigh and bothering a little bit.
Bogues dribbling around up top. They're down to 6 on the timer. Gilliam fouled by Neely prior to the shot. The basket will not count. 11:24 left in the game, or at least in regulation. What was the lead? Was it 17-5? That sticks in my mind. Early in the game for Charlotte. But now they trail by 13. Robert Reed tries to change that, cannot, and there's Jordan doing something else. He grabs a rebound. B.J. Armstrong, back it comes to Jordan. Neely sets a pick. The first minute of the fourth quarter is history. Whoops. King with 4 on the shot clock. Shoots up a long jump shot. It's the top of the 24-second clock. That was no good.
Well, Charlotte's woes continue. Their shooting dropped from 48% at the half down to 46% after the third period.
In fairness to King, he had to take that shot. Now his teammates are trying not to laugh because that was not a pretty sight.
No, it wasn't, but he had to force it up there. 16 offensive rebounds for Charlotte. That's really helped keep them, this close.
Without that rebound, well, they would be in dire straits. Pippen makes a steal. It's 3-on-3. He pulls up and jumps. Cannot deliver. Rebound. King and Gilliam foul King, I believe. Loose ball foul against the Bulls. Second team foul against Chicago. The Hornets have none in the first minute and a half of the fourth quarter. 90-77. The Bulls have the biggest lead of the night.
Well, Phil Jackson, he's got a little of a quirk about him about allowing people to witness his practices.
Yeah, he wouldn't let you in, huh?
No. I had to tease him about that a little bit.
Robert Reed pops it home for 2. Probably didn't want you to know that Michael Jordan would be the focal point of his offense.
No, he didn't want me to run a Dick Carter and tell him that, I think, That's the old days of Red Holtzman, who didn't allow people in. It's carried over with Phil, but we have to kind of tell him that there's just a few dollars that these people make off of us, so we should be able to get in there and watch these guys.
They don't have to invite me. It's not important to me at all.
No, Phil's very good about it, as far as giving me all the information I want, but we'll see what happens next game.
.9:52 left here. It's 90-79 Chicago. Armstrong got mugged, but no foul. A break for Charlotte, but they cannot cash in on it.
Muggsy threw that ball a little bit behind his man, made it difficult to be able to handle it. Technical foul on Phil Jackson. He's a little bit upset down the other end. You can see him in the background on this shot having a few words to say.
Well, he's got every right to be upset. Curry will shoot the tee. 1:15 left. San Antonio leads Boston 91-84. 1 minute left. Cleveland over Philadelphia 107-100. 3:45 left. New York and Indiana tied at 81. Still 90-79. Chicago with the ball. Pippen in a mess.
Stepped out of bounds.
Pippen screams that he was forced out, but he'll get no satisfaction there. Neither team can accomplish much here in this third quarter. Still 97, or rather fourth quarter. It's still 90-79. Bogues fakes, can't get a shot up. Robert Reed looks to Armin Gilliam, can't get him the ball. 4 on the shot clock, and they turn it over again. 9 minutes left.
They had a man open. Gray was open going to the basket. Robert had the right idea, just couldn't execute the proper pass.
B.J. Armstrong into the lane, in a mess. King has it knocked loose. Look at Bogues. Boy, he's a magician. Muggsy up the floor. Robert Reed spots up. Gilliam wheels, deals, is fouled by Pippen. 2-shot opportunity. Second foul on Pippen. J.R. Reed about to give Armand Gilliam a blow, but he can't get into the game now. Gilliam's at the foul line.
There's the hustle by Muggsy down that other end. Knocks the ball away from King. Keeps control of it, brings it down the other end, and as a result, Gilliam knocks in the free throw.
Gilliam out of Pittsburgh. Played his college ball at Nevada, Las Vegas. Came over for Kurt Rambis from Phoenix in mid-December. Well, they're within 9. It's 90-81 with 8.5 minutes left. Armstrong. That's a heartbreaker as Charlotte tries to claw back into the game.
Well, again, Michael's sitting on the bench, and they didn't do a good job in the first half of capitalizing on Michael's rest period.
And now Phil Jackson. It's tough for a coach. Curry hits the jump shot. They've got a game. They've got to fly to Chicago tomorrow. He'd like to rest Michael, but obviously he's not going to be able to for long. Robert Reed all by himself. Maybe too far open. Armstrong the rebound. Good job to kneel it.
Robert a little bit too just is too willing to take that first opportunity.
King has it blocked away beautifully by Gilliam. Stuart Gray the rebound. Here comes Bogues. Charlotte's got the crowd back into it. Bogues, that won't go, and the rebound Pippen, and now they can't get an offensive rebound.
Well, you see, now, Irving is not a big shot blocker in the game. Now, this is a time that you want to maybe penetrate, get to the basket instead of being, you know, just as I say, content on taking those outside jumpers when they appear. Be a little more patient, go to the hole, maybe you can get back in it. Now they trail by 9.
There's the story of our game. A 9-point Chicago lead, 7.5 left, and here's tonight's Minute Maid Minute.
Well, the Bulls, you can see 59 to 46%. That'll help win a lot of ball games for you. Michael having a big night, 16 to 22 from the field, 38 points. Turnovers have hurt the Hornets, certainly, but it's just been their poor shooting and just some bad passing, not necessarily leading to turnovers that have hurt them.
Jordan gives it up, and then an awful pass by Grant. He thought Pippen was moving, and he was stationary out near the timeline, and the ball wound up out of bounds. Charlotte can move to within 7. Curry, they've got Bogues, Chapman, and Curry in the game, with Reed and Gray up front. A different look for Charlotte, and they're still in it with 7 minutes left. Craig Hodges clears it to Michael. Drew the foul. Gray got King. He'll shoot 2. So King goes to the foul line. He's only a 68% foul shooter. And Charlotte could use a little help here, like a couple of misses. There's a final. San Antonio beat Boston 97-90. That's a big win for them. New York and Indiana go to overtime. .94-85 with 6:50. Fogues drives under. Curry for three. Didn't get him. Rebound Jordan. Knocked loose. He gets it back.
They went a double dribble. Michael caught the ball, put it down, picked it up, and started to dribble again.
Greg Hodges with it. Jordan posts up. Grant into the lane. King prior to the shot, a foul.
Yeah, that time Gray did not do a good job of denying King the opportunity to come to the basketball from the weak side. You got to beat your man across the lane, and he paid the price for it by having to foul him.
Gray out of the game. As we mentioned on numerous occasions, New York at San Antonio Wednesday night. Bob Neal, Doug Collins will have it for you. 8 o'clock here on TNT.
Two of the really outstanding young centers in the league, Patrick Ewing and David Robinson, going head-to-head in that one.
That's Wednesday night at 8 o'clock. San Antonio, New York. Jordan shoots two. And Dick Harder has gone berserk. Gilliam picks up the foul, his second. Jordan to the foul line. Michael with 38.
Skip, I honestly believe that if Michael tonight had decided that he wanted to turn it on offensively with the way that he's played and the shooting form that he had, he could easily gone for 60.
He is really under control. Well, the guy's gotten all the individual honors that anyone could ever want.
He just wants to win. He wants the championship. I mean, he's going to get a Hall of Fame ring someday. He wants the championship ring to go along with it.
Chapman.
See, well, we've said, I think, enough about it. That was self-explanatory.
Yes, it was. 6 minutes left in the game. Jordan fakes, wheels, passes. Grant misses a layup. King delivers a layup. 97-85 with 5:45 left.
Yeah, the Hornets just constantly beat themselves with shot selection. Last night I watched the game on TV in the hotel room down there in New Jersey. Did the same thing there.
Gilliam keeps working hard. He'll go to the line for two.
Just like Chicago after a little rocky road trip, which of course most teams in the NBA seem to have.
Especially playing those teams. It's a little rough. Michael is near midcourt right in front of us. And he's barely perspiring. He's just sort of...
No, he's really
cruising along.
He is, and he really has been cruising. He's puffing hard in that first quarter, but that might have been a little adrenaline pumped up to play in front of the, well, almost like home folks.
J.R. Reed commits a reaching foul.
I mean, he did a lot of neat things here before the game came out. Talked to a lot of youngsters, and they had a clinic that David Thompson had put on, and interviews, all of the demands that are placed upon him. I really admire the way he handles things. He's really a superstar in all aspects.
5:20. He left that one short. He almost stepped on Muggsy. Muggsy to the hole. Foul Grant. His fourth. Fogues to the foul line with 5:11 left.
Muggsy sees a little hole. Now watch this. Boom! Puts the afterburners on. Is able to blow by his man, and Grant has the block, but it hits him with the body. I'll tell you one thing. If everybody on this Charlotte team hustled and played the kind of defense that Muggsy Bogues played, this team would win a lot of basketball games.
Cleveland beat Philadelphia 113-102 tonight. That final
Philly.
just in.
Yeah, two teams winning on the road. In Boston and Philly, not easy places to win normally.
Yeah, and Cleveland getting well and getting better. 97-87. It's not over yet. 5:10 left. Jordan handles the ball and reaches the front court. 5 minutes left in regulation. From the foul line, he's cooled off a little bit.
Yeah, he's missed two in a row.
Yeah, get him out of there. J.R. Reed pulled down his 12th rebound. Grant with the steal. Jordan winds up with the ball.
Again, the passes, they just don't make good passes. You have to read where the defender is before you just throw the ball haphazardly to the man.
4.5 minutes left. Well, it's a young team and a learning team, and I know the fans here are frustrated, but Paxson from Jordan. They ran all 24, but missed the shot. Still a 10-point game. Chapman slams it off. It's an 8-point game with a lot of time left. 4:03 remaining. Jordan up the floor.
Well, if Michael indeed does go cold here, they might still have a shot. I still don't think so.
They've got the crowd back into it. Cartwright and a foul. J.R. Reed got him. His fourth.
Well, Chapman show you why he won some dunking contests in his day, as he shows you his great leaping ability, as comes in right past Paxson, takes it home for the easy two. So you see, because of that kind of ability, Skip, the way he can jump and go to the basket, he should definitely do more of that drive, get himself to the line. But he is just, I mean, he's so willing to just take that first opportunity outside, and then he rushes it and has bad shot selection. If he could learn to just be a little smarter with the shot selection, do a little bit more driving, he has the ability to become an outstanding player.
You sound like you really like his talent and feel he should utilize it a little more. Huh?
No question about it, but he's got to show that he's getting an understanding of the game and utilize it in the proper fashion. He's not doing that right now. He's hurting himself and the team.
99-89 with 3:40. Bogues looks to J.R. Reed, can't get him the ball. He and Cartwright just beating the daylights out of one another. J.R. shoots the jumper. He likes to face that hoop.
But Skip, let me point out again, I mean, he's still a kid.
Yeah, that's right. As is Reed. Again, it's an 8-point game. 3:15 left. Michael, Scottie Pippen. No. But there's Jordan. He misses. He's missed 3 in a row. They can close to within 2 3-point baskets.
Now they need a smart shot here.
Bogues directing traffic desperately. Chapman. And a foul on Jordan, and he's really upset. Timeout is called by Charlotte. Michael thought he had a clean block. This thing isn't over yet. Stay with us. At the Honda leaders, Minnesota doing a heck of a job, but they seat 35 for their basketball. Charlotte led the league last year. First time any expansion team in any sport has led the league in attendance.
Yeah, they sell it out here.
We've still got a ball game here. They almost drew 1 million people to watch NBA basketball. Charlotte Coliseum, there's our locator. That's in Charlotte, North Carolina. 2:50 remaining. Bulls lead the Hornets 99-91, and Charlotte will be at the line to shoot 2.
Well, you have to admire the fact that this ball club does not quit. They're out here working hard. And again, I think the crowd has a lot to do with that. It's very difficult to not come out and give it everything you've got when you got this type of crowd support.
Chapman to the foul line.
Plus, there's always the threat of the Hornet attacking you afterwards if you don't play hard, I guess.
Yes. A little stinger after the game is not such a bad idea. Chapman has one more. He's missed 3 at the line tonight. He's 3 out of 6. 7-point game. Jordan against Chapman. Michael crosses the line. 2:40 left. Chicago hasn't scored a field goal in a while. Jordan into the lane. Drops it off. Grant the hoop. Michael creates so much. Boy.
Well, we talk about it all season long. You penetrate like that, it causes so many problems for the defense.
Curry.
Again, they're just willing to take that first opportunity and not get what should be a better shot.
Jordan crosses the line. They won't shoot it till we reach the 2-minute period, I wouldn't guess. I'm wrong. Jordan line drives it home.
Well, you see what he did, though? He palmed the ball, made like he was going to pass, faked Muggsy completely out. He was all by himself.
41 for Jordan. 8th time he scored 40 or more in a game this year. Think about that. Gilliam walks, and he did. And that just about, well, you never know in the NBA, but the crowd feels that it's history. They are headed out of here.
Watch the move. See that palm? Look at Muggsy take off and go. There's Michael wide open. He's something to behold.
A minute 36 left. Jordan controls the ball and checks the clock. 12 on the shot clock. Chapman checked him. Now he beats him. A little icing on the proverbial cake. 43 for Jordan.
Michael gave a look at Armin Gilliam and said, Armin, you're not really serious that you thought you were going to block that one.
For 3, Curry got none. Grant saves it, and that is all she wrote. But we have good programming coming up for you on TNT. Inside the NBA is next with Fred Hickman. I believe so. Stay tuned. The Bulls have ended their 3-game losing streak. The Hornets will have lost 4 in a row. Detroit by only 5 with 3.5 left in their game. Hello. Goodbye. Jordan has 45. And
Gee,
if
I
Dick
wonder
Carter,
who I'm going to pick for player of the game.
if Dick Carter had what he'd think about using it on. Gilliam. New York leads Indiana by 2, 92-90 with 2:21 left in overtime. 35 seconds. The crowd, those that are left, want Michael to score another one. Biggest lead of the night is right now for Chicago, 107-92. It's Grant. It's Chapman with 20 seconds. Well, you see the time remains. Muggsy Bogues. Gilliam blocked away by Cartwright. Gilliam again, and a foul. But only 9.5 seconds are left, and it's all academic now.
Watch Michael here just making the move. Good quick spin move after he almost lost it. Boom! Armand coming on. Now look at the look. He looks over at Armand as he hangs on like, come on, Armand, be serious. You weren't going to get that.
Gilliam tries to convert to 3-point plays. Had a big night with 25.
You know, the Hornets with Armand Gilliam and J.R. Reed and Rex Chapman have 3 young players that they can start to build around. They'll get a nice pick in the draft this next season, and with some added players and some help and playing some little tougher defense, they'll be okay in a few years.
Chicago wins at 107-95 as Michael Jordan puts on quite a show. We'll be back with totals and highlights right after these words from your TNT sponsor, so stay tuned. Hornets 107-95. Tonight's Miller Lite player of the game, Michael Jordan, 19 of 28 from the field, 7 of 9 from the line, 4 rebounds, 5 assists, 45 points. On behalf of Miller Lite, TNT proud to donate $1,000 to the Multiple Sclerosis Foundation in Michael's name. Be sure to stay with TNT next Wednesday, the Knicks at San Antonio, 8 o'clock Eastern Time. For Rick Barry, Skip Carey from Charlotte. So long, everybody.